What is up, YouTube? This is Michelle, coming to you live. As you can tell, today is going to actually be the challenge. Pretty much melee only, Garuda talons, no main gun, and a sidearm. A sidearm only challenge. No other main weapons. Just using Garuda's basic claws. As you can tell, I'm actually just going to make sure I have everything equipped. So the only thing I have right now is just my pistol, which is my, or was my Vectis Prime, which I named it after me. Of course, I got my Helios, which helped me a lot with my actual scanning for the Soma cords. Of course, you know, equipped is the sweeper. And of course, in here, I actually tried, I have the extinguished dragon key, which is good. It reduces the damage a little bit, but not by much. And over here, which I never will use again, are going to be the bleeding dragon key. I didn't know that this would actually reduce your health until I tried it out. We have decaying dragon key, which actually lessens your shield. Brings down to 90, which is almost kind of like not a good idea. So here I have mostly everything. I mean, you know, I have this for mining of ores or gems, I should say. Now we have the glyph prism, which, you know, everybody knows what this is, so I don't have to really say what, you know, anything else. So anyways, now I'm just gonna do this, and we're gonna make sure that no one else it's gonna be pretty much a challenge. I promised a few people, or a couple of friends of mine, and I want to thank you, say thank you to a new subscriber who just subscribed to my channel. As you could tell, I am going to probably end up more back on YouTube full time after tonight. Fun at that. Being on Twitch, normally I will still be on Twitch, but not as much as I was. I feel that, you know, grinding too long on Twitch, did a 4-hour live stream there, Michelle362. And right now, of course, as you could tell, of course, they're doing a Twitch gear bundle, which is available now if you want to really follow Twitch. But like I said, I'm just taking a break from Twitch. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select something at random, maybe. I could either do Lua, or I can do anything, you know, just about anything. Void is sometimes a bit of a harsh one at times to do. Mott, especially when I start to not like the Void as, you know, as much as I have, because I found that the Void after a while gets tiring. I actually got tired of farming in the Void. I even got tired of farming in some areas of the game. So I think tonight I'm actually going to go to Lua. And usually in most places I normally like to farm are usually on Stoffler. The reason why I do this is because of listed here the ferret, the Rabido, the Neurodes, and the Detonite Ampule, I should say, sorry. Usually that's what I farm for. So as you can tell, I'm going to try to find a squad. If not, it's okay. But it's tough to solo Stoffler, as you can see. Now, given there's only me and this other person, which, you know, he's got Excalibur Umbra, which is like a level 30, and I have my Garuda. As you can tell, I did some cosmetic work on Garuda, but I know this is a challenge, but I ran before. I've actually ran before with my Garuda without any main gun or any main melee weapon, just her claws and a sidearm.
Our position has been compromised.
But as you can tell, I'm actually just going to continue forward to where the capsule is, where they have the cryopod. As you can tell, for what I'm using for a setup, I actually polarized my claws twice, which was pretty fun, which I thought was really neat and awesome. But as you can tell, I'm just going to start doing my little business here. Start off with a simple impale, and then I just kind of work on doing the next possible thing here, which is normally now I can start eviscerating most of my enemies, but I have one guy pushing off, so I'm going to actually grab him. And I'm going to do this one more time, and I'm going to release what I have here. So I'm going to impale him again one more time, just to get that extra kick and extra attack in. As you can tell, I have Toxin as one of my mods. I'll show later on in the actual video, or later on after the video. So I'm just going to kind of hit this guy up real quick. Now keep in mind, okay, so there's 3 people, well there's me and 2 other people. Now, some of you are wondering about the Dreadmere blow up on top, where it's at 4470. That's actually more of an area blast to Garuda's special ability, and I will show you how that's done, which is not like a big deal. I know this gun bitch just kind of like pulled me over, but now I'm gonna just hit R1 and X, and then just release it. To release it, just hit R1 and X. So as you can tell, I was actually farming earlier on Warframe. Not really taking too much into consideration of my own well-being. So usually I find certain things, well, that was a little bit of a lag spike, but I'll just grab these blue orbs, and hopefully if there's one other that's somewhere around here, then we can do it that way. So I'm just trying to hit what I have here. I'm actually going to go up to the side of him and impale him, then use my special ability, just to side blast them, and then just go after these guys here, go after him. Become kind of more, you know, not really worth it. I'm just going to tell him one more time, just to get a little bit more of an extra pump, and then I'm just going to just hit them with a toxic blade. With my ability being just pretty much straight up claws, I kind of took the idea from an old Resident Evil character. Some of you who may remember, back during PlayStation 1, when it was William Birkin, you fought in Resident Evil 2. So I pretty much made my character solely based off of how William Birkin was, but the only difference was the fact that, this particular character was engineered for a bit of a different purpose. It may not be exactly how William Birkin did this when he killed the Umbrella agents in the sewer, or when you fought him on the turntable where the train was. But I pretty much came as close as I can to do a very strong critical attack. As you can tell, I'm doing a lot of damage with Garuda's projectile blades, which form around her, and pretty much they lunge at the unsuspected victims, therefore, or enemy. Now, being as a Dark Souls person, I know some people don't like the idea I use Garuda a lot. Actually, I've had a point where people have actually backed out from me actually using Garuda, and sometimes if anything also Siren, which is case point to happen a couple days ago in the last video. But it wasn't because of the Salty Gamer. It was actually during that same day, earlier in the day, I actually had, I had me and there were like 3 other people who I was doing a infestation, survival, and using Siren, they just kind of left me to pretty much fence myself, which I kind of found very disturbing upon that. And with me running my Garuda with a melee only, was only something I could do. I'm choosing not to continue forward, but then again, I will probably keep going as far as I can go. I was actually going to end it, but I'm going to now continue forward with attacking more unsuspected people. And so as you can tell, I'm using Garuda's projectiles. Getting in there, kind of like, I'm gonna lunge at this guy right here, impale him a little bit, and then just use my special abilities, whereas I can just hone in and use my Seeking Talons. As you can tell, there's certain things, certain enemies that are gonna get their ass kicked for trying to even cheap shot me in ways like that. Now, as you can tell, I just pretty much primarily go for it. Having my shield back up and having everything here, which is good. The Dragon Key I have actually works quite well, especially on Lua. Not too much on the Void because, given the circumstances, Voids are broken, but they also hit harder and the mobs are a lot tougher. And as you can tell, I don't normally use, I used to use my Valkyrie for doing melee damage, but I don't anymore. I actually found out that after a while when you use Valkyrie and you use Garuda, there's a big difference. And most people think that, you know, Garuda sucks, but the truth of the matter is, if you know how to use Garuda the right way, you probably won't have any issues with Garuda. As long as you know her abilities, you know exactly what she does, you know the capabilities she can do. As you can tell, I'm gonna blast this guy straight to hell in the hand basket, but thanks to the Umbra who came in and did that, I'm not gonna hold grudges against it. It's normally a team effort. But normally I can make it up to wave 15 in this way, or this variant of my my melee, which I'm okay with. Though today I'm not really in one of my best of moods or in the frame of mind to actually be doing any type of damaging. I have a little bit more ways to go before I can actually do anything else to my Garuda, which I find very interesting. So I'm just gonna wipe these guys out real quick, and I'm gonna hit them, which is very interesting. I don't use Umbra, Excalibur Umbra for these sort of things. I've actually tried using them, but it's not like anything I can use for a melee challenge. So a lot of people some people don't really understand what makes me, what makes me use Garuda and what's so special about it. Like, what I found that's special about Garuda is you can actually, if you know how to use her right and use the Seeking Talons properly, or even like any type of special move that she's got, you'll work out very well with her. Which is, to me, I like using Garuda. I fell in love with her the moment, I started using her. It's really freaking awesome. Now, certain enemies like this one here who's roping me, I don't like when they do that sort of thing. One of the things I always try to ensure are certain enemies that try to do cheap shot shit. And I have to impale this guy real quick. So as you can tell, I'm just gonna use my Seeking Talons. Of course they're doing damage, but, the Talons themselves don't really do much, the Seeking Talons. But they actually work for the long run. As you can tell, that guy just, of course, died out. Now, if I use Siren, that would be different. But this isn't about Siren. This is about my Garuda and how much I'm in love with using her. I know out there's some people that just don't like the idea that Garuda, some people think that Garuda is overpowering. Some people think that Garuda is, really a cheesy way of, like, out meleeing other people, but in truth, Garuda is an equally balanced character I actually happen to love. I've only been playing Warframe for 124 days, something like that. So, I actually like using Garuda. Blow these guys out real quick. I'm gonna go after him. Lunge attack him. Impale him. Then I'm just gonna go after him. This guy here. Of course, no, I'm gonna go after impale, try to impale him. But it never really works too well, so I can't really play any music on YouTube, unfortunately, so I've got break claims, but as you can tell, it pretty much is where it's going. And I do want to apologize greatly to my subscribers and to any viewers that, sorry, that's been way for too long, but yeah, this is pretty much what it is now. I'm gonna be back tomorrow night. I'll be doing a live thing on YouTube, and see some Seeking Talons over here really quick. Now I can impale him, or one of them. And change the Seeking Talon on wherever it lands, which is going to be over there. Okay, so that's like one thing that's like freaking awesome. I'm just gonna lunge on him. And we use Seeking Talons again. And sometimes in areas like this, I use Seeking Talons a lot. Between that and lunging at them. So, being on the receiving end of Garuda and taking damage the way I've been, I'm not surprised of what has been going on. I'm just kind of, I do one day at a time. As far as my attacks, everything go, it's always a good one. So there are other ones here that are pretty much like basically good. Not really saying that there's a whole, a lot of people who actually use Garuda for the sole purpose of the way I use her, but everybody has their own way of using Garuda. But for me, using her this way is one of the best things that can ever happen. I normally don't. I'll be perfectly honest. Like when I had Valkyrie, I used to use her a lot. But when you start getting into using like a different Warframe who is a lot better than Valkyrie, you see exactly where it all goes. So I'm gonna impale him real quick, and I'm just gonna hit these little guys right here so we don't have any problems. And I'm gonna just keep Seeking Talons. I'm a little disappointed I'm not gonna be able to get like an area blast, but it is what it is. So as you can tell, pretty much, I'm just gonna impale him real quick, or maybe not. One of these guys I'll impale. So I'm just gonna use the Blood Author, Seeking Talons, rinse and repeat. If you ever have a problem, the only advice I can say is if you ever have a problem with using Garuda, use a Warframe that's really comfortable, because sometimes people that use Garuda never really generally tend to like using her. Depends on a few things, in regard to it. But as you can tell, like I use the Seeking Talons, grab the blue orbs as much as I can. Sometimes using the Seeking Talons for this is usually the best bet, the safe bet. And I'm gonna just impale him, or maybe not. I got a funny one here to impale, so I'll impale this guy right here, so I can get myself back to normal. Some help, and me Seeking Talons again, and then wipe this guy off. By the time he drops, anyways, he'll be dead. One thing about the Blood Author is really good. So, anyways, it's like I said, using Garuda, very good to use. Can't complain with her, and I have to be perfectly honest that, I think DE did a good job at the whole story mode of Fortuna. Actually happy that they came out with a new Warframe. Eventually I want to get Mesa Time, but that's gonna be way later down the road. I can't give any more praise about the way they did this particular Warframe for actual flaws or not. The Talons I actually like, and I think that's kind of cool how they incorporated the Talons to fit in with like Valkyrie had Talons, but you couldn't really do very much with them. So as you can tell, yes, I used an area blast, which is the throbbing heart, which I like to call it, or say the human heart. Now, okay, in spite of all that, now I have to Use my Seeking Talons on that one there. Normally I have never had an issue with using Garuda. I've been good so far. I mean, I've died a few times, but it's not like anything, you know, that wouldn't be fun if, you know, like if you're using Garuda or any type of Warframe and you die, I mean, it's part of the fun. But in truth, you know, I know I'm having internet issues with that connection quality, so I'm gonna try the best I can to broadcast. When you're around this time at night, you get like bad internet connections due to the wireless around here. So, as you can tell, I'm just going to do this a couple of times with the Seeking Claws, the Seeking Talons. We got these guys real quick, and try to hopefully get some other stuff. So it looks like he did go down, sorta. But he's still standing up, which is really not something I like to see any of these guys like standing up or anything like that. I like to see him like completely flatlined or some shit. So I'm gonna just jump on one of these guys again. Maybe I won't be able to. So I'm gonna jump on one of these guys. Grab that. I'm gonna go back over here. And I'm going to try to grab a green heart. So I'm going to blast this person out, grab, and then slam him into there, which is really awesome and cool. It looks like someone just went down, and I'm sorry I didn't get them in time. So now we're going to be nearing the final stage, the 15th stage. Which will be not too bad. And I'll show you exactly how the stats were set up. Pretty much did the majority of the umbral from the sacrifice expansion. I don't even think that bad. So he's using Haro, which is good. It's open spot, open invitation for smiting a lot of people, which I have to give that Haro so much credit for. So, we're going to do this. We're going to get over here. I'm going to put a little bit more on the health here, and tail this one here, who's been trying to rope people in, which I think is really kind of hilarious. Of course, you know, my favorite attack, mostly on Garuda, is the lunge attack. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to use my Seeking Talons again. Like I said, if I was using Valkyr, I would easily get people that fall very easily. But unfortunately, when you use Garuda, the only drawback with her is that sometimes you won't be able to get them all. So I'm going to do this. R1 and X at the same time. And I'm just going to kind of get... Of course, it's still going to be up. So I'm just going to impale this person. Seeking Talons out. And I'm just going to do that again. Another Seeking Talon, just to get everything in order. So kill her as much as I possibly can. so we're not having problems, and then we're not having other issues. So I'm just trying to think here. So 596. Of course, this actual gonna do shit. So, as you can tell, he just got his ass kicked. And this will end for my 15
Reinforcements
rounds.
available. Do you
So we
choose
just
to
hit
leave now
extract.
or we're done here. The extraction team will take
So as
over
you can
from
tell,
here.
I'm just
Time
using
to
the Garuda
evacuate.
talons. And just this. No main weapon. No sword or nothing. And once you get back to the Arbiter, I will show you how many, like for me doing the melee damage. Now, of course, you know, me doing melee was a little bit less over here for total kills. But for the melee kills, if you really think about it, abilities used are 150. Which I've actually used a lot more of my abilities versus people who don't use the abilities. And then my melee kills, normally they're going to be up over here. The difference is here, one person using melee kills of 505, 75, but you know, that's neither here or there. So it all fluctuates. Versus headshots, this guy's got more than I do. I am more of a passive person when it comes down to attacks and stuff, but normally I don't run with anything. I actually don't do very much as far as that goes. Anyways, I think I have pretty much everything covered for now. I know it's not really the best score for using Garuda in that circumstance, but it's it's the way it, you know, it was a challenge. But mainly it's more than just a challenge for me. It's more of a thing that keep into a very easy but steady pace. And that pretty much would sum everything else up. But real quick, I do want to show something very special, near and dear. If anybody from DE or anybody's watching, I do want to show this special segment clip behind the scenes of what it is that happens here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go to my clan dojo. I'm actually the founding warlord for Huntress. I've actually been a founding warlord actually on I think my second day playing Warframe. Been doing a lot of research and development. As you can tell, I'm starting to upgrade my front entrance here of the dojo, which is kind of sort of moving along, but the one I am going to show is one that I actually want to show to my loyal viewers, or to my viewers, to my loyal subscribers, and to DE if they're watching. You know, hopefully they are. So, without further ado, of course, you know, I got highlight here, vacation spot, which, mind you, this took a lot of farming to actually do, and still under construction. It's almost done, but it's under construction, so we're gonna go to it. So now we're here. This is the special room that is still underway. Parts of it. As you can tell, I got the butterflies, I got the bushes, the tree. You know, the garden gate. And then over here, we can even take, there's one or two ways you can go. You go this way, it'll take you to the beginning, and you can go here. So as you can tell, this is like a little mini cave over here, which would actually take you back to here. So, let's see. We're gonna go up this way. I'm gonna just do my special jump. So as you can tell, you get up here. And you can tell, you can see the waterfall. There's some shrubbery that's still being a work in progress. You got bridges. You got pretty much everything here. A better aerial view of what my inside the dojo looks like. Of course, in here, this is actually a temple of my a temple of my design. With the bell, the grass growing, you know, everything that like nature had started to consume some parts of what the Tenno Dojo, or I should say Tenno Shrine, accumulate over the years. A lot of, you know, if some of you remember like old ruined buildings like the Mayans who built their caves and stuff, but the only difference is this trim right here. This gold Orokin trim, which is the only neat little add-on I did to it to kind of separate it from that. Not by much, but just, you know, enough. And then if you go over here, which I'm stuck in a bamboo, and of course I can just hop over here. There's a little beacon over above right here. It's a little beacon that I put in for design. You have incense burner, which I actually made big because I wanted to have it that way. Of course, you know, you got your shrubbery, your waterfall, your cascade fall. Then over here, where these doors are, where the little cursor's pointing, those are going to be eventually other rooms too. Those are not out yet. And then, so anyways, and if I go through this door, now this is a different set on its own. I wish I could have all my clan members in or on, and I would have done about 12, well, me and about like 11 other clan members, but however, some of them are on temporary leave, and my clan can only up to like 30 people. But as you can tell, this is the actual Huntress throne room, which this also was taking a lot of hours. Well, not a lot of hours, but just almost the very little hours compared to the other room, which don't even ask me because it was like a long time of farming, plastid circuits, ferrets, and all that fun stuff. But this is part of Huntress room. Of course, this is a pink room, and then, well, of course it's pink. And then in here, it's another color of pink. Well, we have the Orokin Lab, actually. I'll show you what... Wait, where's that one? Right, the Orokin Lab would be over here. It's been a while. You know, it takes me a while to get familiar with everything, but here's the Orokin Lab. So pretty much this was just completed not long ago, which I didn't add till a while ago, and this is where you can do a lot more stuff if you become a tactician clan. But that's neither here or there. But we're gonna get out of here, and we are gonna take no, that's the barracks. But over here is where you're gonna go to the actual hallway, which would actually, if this door opens up now, yes, there's pink in this room too, but it's not as... It's a different kind of pink, mixture of lighting and shading and stuff. So over here we have the Tenno Lab. Not very much for a lab, but, you know, it's stuff there. And then over here is, well, the empty reactor room, but it's a reactor room. And then over here, well, is the murky swamp. And then through here, it's pretty much it. A training room, obviously. But anyways, this is Michelle saying, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. Click on subscribe and click on the icon for notifications. And there'll be more videos coming out. Till then, this is Michelle saying peace, love, and happiness. And see you in the next video. Bye for now.